Marvel Comics, a player in the book industry, has undergone a significant transformation in recent years by promoting diversity and inclusivity. This shift has been widely divisive, with many accusing them of going woke. Marvel extends across many platforms, from video games to movies, TV shows, and their origin, Marvel Comics. When speaking about comics, things can become slightly more complicated. Unlike Disney, who owns Marvel and is headed by a small group of writers, Marvel Comics is more open. There are many writers with a vast variety of different ideas. It is only natural that you will eventually come across a writer with more progressive ideas. For many, though, they feel that there has been a purposeful injection of woke politics. However, we need to ask ourselves, is every case of diversity and inclusion woke? Marvel's commitment to representing diversity is evident through the range of characters featured in their comics. Characters like Storm, a mutant with control over weather, and Black Panther, the revered leader of Wakanda, have emerged as symbols of empowerment for marginalized communities. The introduction of Kamala Khan, a teenager who becomes Ms. Marvel, marked a groundbreaking moment. Khan the Conqueror is the latest inclusion directed towards breaking stereotypes. These inclusions offers a new perspective for a new generation of readers. In terms of gender diversity, characters such as Captain Marvel and Jessica Jones have risen as dimensional heroines. These characters defy gender roles through their storylines, inspiring readers to challenge societal expectations. Marvel Comics has also embraced LGBTQ+ representation by introducing characters like Northstar, a mutant with speed abilities, and America Chavez, a queer Latina superhero. Their inclusion sends a message of acceptance. It creates an inclusive space for LGBTQ+ readers. However, these inclusions have come with massive controversy. While Disney and Marvel might feel that their cause is just, putting chicks in things and making them gay is not an effective way to drive change. Storytelling and narrative oftentimes suffer as a result of shift your focus. There is, however, no real proof to show that the decline of Marvel is due to this cause. It can be argued that they were headed towards a natural decline. The move towards inclusivity extends beyond the Marvel characters themselves. Directors and writers are all part of the overhaul happening. Anna Boden in Captain Marvel and Nia DaCosta, who directed the Marvels, are but two examples. Marvel has actively worked on diversifying its pool of writers, artists, and editors, recognizing the significance of including a variety of perspectives to create narratives. These changes have had an impact that goes beyond tokenism. However, it is debatable whether these stories are resonating with a larger audience. Marvel's decision to diversify both its characters and creative teams hasn't been without challenges. Some fans have expressed concerns about alterations made to established storylines and characters. Often these concerns are dismissed as fans who are simply against change. Nevertheless, Marvel has responded by doubling down and emphasizing that they believe in the importance of reflecting real-world diversity. Marvel states that they have a commitment to inclusivity. All of this is in an attempt to amplify voices that have historically faced marginalization. Marvel has always been creative fiction. These characters are also based on comics that date back over 70 years in certain cases. The creative choice to change some of them will always be a point of contention. Furthermore, Marvel's success in embracing diversity goes beyond tokenism. It recognizes that diverse perspectives enrich storytelling by bringing in narratives, cultural nuances, and innovative approaches to storytelling. The impact of representation within Marvel Comics extends beyond the pages of comic books. It influences how characters are portrayed on television shows and in films. Characters like Black Panther, with their importance, have become symbols of empowerment that transcend the boundaries of comic book mediums. Marvel's commitment to inclusivity serves as a model for industries grappling with representation issues. By diversifying both characters and creative teams, Marvel has shown that inclusivity is not a passing trend but an integral part of responsible storytelling. It's important to acknowledge that the journey towards diversity and inclusion is ongoing. Marvel continues to evolve by introducing characters and exploring dimensions of diversity. This commitment reflects an understanding that the world is constantly changing, requiring storytelling to evolve alongside shifts. In conclusion, Marvel and Marvel Comics has gone through a transformation, shifting from being predominantly homogeneous to becoming an inclusive universe. This inclusive universe, however, does not include 40-year-old white men. At least in Brie Larson's world. Today, Marvel's pages are filled with characters representing ethnicities, genders, and sexual orientations, which adds depth to the storytelling. Marvel's journey towards diversity and inclusion does have its challenges. I have never been against equal representation. I might have a few backhanded jabs at people like Brie Larson, but ultimately inclusion can be valuable. However, it can never come at the expense of storytelling. This means you focus on the story first and inclusion second. If you write a script with these topics in mind, you will always fail. It is important to remember how easily you can hurt the people you claim to represent. The best way to drive inclusivity and diversity is through unique and excellent storytelling. Stop casting activists who attack fans, simply focus on your building. You will soon discover that the Marvel community is much more open to change than you might think. There will always be a few people who resist, but them we can leave behind.